So at some point, you no doubt will have to send some additional information to SAP so that they can help you solve a problem that you perhaps have raised with their support team. So the first thing to do is to get the traces from the NWBC client. So if you click on the menu up the top and you go to Settings, you go to Support, and you turn up the tracing level to verbose. Now I'll just click around a little bit so that there's some information in there. Okay, now the next thing you're going to need to do is if you hold down the Control key and you click on the menu, you get some extra options. So in here there's an option to create support report, and you can choose the items that you want to report on. So if you just select everything, I'm going to say save it to disk. And I'm just going to stick it on the desktop for now. And if we go to the desktop, I'll just extract it all so we can have a look. So in here, you'll see a lot of information that's been gathered by the traces. So you'll see the server information, the versions, the version of the client, SAP GUI version you're using, etc., and other bits and pieces about your hardware. You can also see in here information about the server, the user, the roles, etc. If you scroll down, you'll see some system information. Useful information like the patch level and the runtime version that you're running. So you can just take those that zip file that's generated and attach it to your SAP OSS incident, and that saves you a lot of time gathering the logs manually. So one other thing you might want to do is, if you're looking into a problem yourself and you're not sure quite what's going on, is set a breakpoint. So let's just hop in and do that quickly. All the NWBC classes are delivered in this UI2 NWBC package, and within that package there are some sub-packages. If you drill down into the core, you'll see that there's a UI2 CL NWBC HTTP class. Within that there's a method that's part of this HTTP extension interface called handle request. So if you actually set a breakpoint within the handle request, I'll just stick a breakpoint here on the first line. Now if I go and trigger some sort of interaction, you'll see the debugger is now started, and I'm basically breakpoint within that request that's been made to the backend system. And at this point I can then click through, have a look at the values of the variables, etc., and see if I can work out what's going on. So another place to look, if you look for errors or issues, is in the application log, transaction SLG1. Just have a look here and show you the types of errors that come up here. So there's a couple of warning messages in here, and you can drill down into these and get some information. This is where the NWBC runtime will log issues into here. And then finally, there's a couple of useful programs that you can run. You've got SE38. This one is particularly useful. It deletes the menu cache. So a lot of the menu information is cached on the server, and then also cached on the client. And that can lead to issues, especially when you're trying to debug something. So being able to delete the menu cache is really important. So you can just run this program /UI2 nwbc delete menu cache, and that will invalidate the cache for all users. That's a really useful tip. So hopefully that's given you a taste of NWBC and how it works. Some of the little tools and tricks that I've shown you will hopefully help you look under the covers and work out what's going on. Thank you.